Acute and chronic. In the field of psychology, the terms acute and chronic are used to describe different types of conditions or experiences. Understanding the distinction between the acute and chronic conditions, it helps the mental health professionals tailor appropriate interventions and treatments based on specific characteristics and duration of the condition or experience. Let's understand what is meant by acute. It refers to a sudden or short-term condition or experience that has a rapid onset and typically lasts for a relatively brief period. In psychology, acute conditions are often characterized by their intensity and immediate impact on an individual's well-being or functioning. For example, acute stress. It refers to a short-term response to a specific stressor, like a car accident. Acute conditions are usually time-limited and tend to resolve on their own with appropriate interventions. So, acute stress, it has a sudden onset, a sharp rise, and a short course. Chronic. It refers to a persistent, long-lasting, or recurring condition or experience. In psychology, chronic conditions are often characterized by their enduring nature and the extended impact they have on an individual's mental health, behavior, or overall functioning. Examples of chronic conditions in psychology includes chronic pain, chronic anxiety disorder, or chronic depressive disorder. These conditions typically last for an extended period, often lasting for months, years, or even lifetime. So, chronic means continuing or occurring again and again for a long time. Now let's see the acute and chronic situations in stress so that we will be able to differentiate between these two. Acute stress. For example, imagine a student who is preparing for an important exam. In the days leading up to exam, the students experience acute stress. They may feel a heightened sense of pressure, having difficulty sleeping, feel irritable, and experience racing thoughts. This is acute stress. This acute stress response is a temporary reaction to the exam, and it will likely subside once the exam is over. Now let's see stress in chronic situation. Consider a person who has been working in a high pressure job for several years. They consistently face demanding deadlines, long working hours, and constant pressure to perform. Over time, this person experiences chronic stress. They may consistently feel overwhelmed, exhausted, and emotionally drained. Chronic stress can have long-lasting effects on their physical health, mental health, and potentially lead to conditions such as burnout, anxiety disorder, or even depression. Unlike the acute stress, chronic stress persists over an extended period and become a more ingrained part of the person's daily life. In this example, acute stress is a temporary and intense response to a specific event, here the exam. The chronic stress is an ongoing and persistent state of stress, and it is resulted from long-term exposure to the demanding and challenging circumstances like the high-pressure job. Hope you understand the difference between acute and chronic situations in psychology. Hope you like this video. Please share and subscribe. Thank you and keep smiling.